What's going on, everybody? It's Joe here with The Range. So today we are going to do a bit of a, I guess you call it a shop video, garage video, whatever you want to call it. Going on a trip soon to Sand Hollow and getting some preparation stuff done for it. Honda Talon is a great machine, big fan. I like the majority of it. One thing the Honda Talon doesn't do, hi neighbors driving by in the background, is come with a decent skid plate. Skid plate on these things, it's garbage. Super thin, not a ton of protection. Here's what mine looks like currently. Rock already broke through that one. So not the best skid plate. So I'm going to Sand Hollow. We're gonna be doing a little bit of rock crawling. I'd like to come home with my transmission, with my engine intact. So in today's video, we are going to install the Triple S skid plate from Triple S Off-Road. It is the 3/8 inch version that does wrap around the side and offer some side protection here. One thing it doesn't do is it doesn't protect this little piece right here. We'll see how big of an issue that is when I actually get it on the machine, how much it sticks out and whatnot. I always worry about that little piece because it's technically a piece of the frame. If it gets dented, it's not necessarily good news. So anyway, that's what we're doing in today's video. So let's get started. Easy peasy, man. All right, as you can see, first thing I did was get them up on the these ramps. So there always is someone that asks, hey, where'd you get those ramps at? Got them from Amazon. There'll be a link in the description down below. So the reason I put it up on the ramps, so I can comfortably scoot under it, get things done for the plates. So let's take a look at the box, get it open, see what comes inside of it. First thing I'll say though, the box isn't super pretty when it showed up. So it got a little roughed up by the shipping company. So here's you know, I kind of ripped it the rest of the way open, but you know, hardware is all steel here. I'm not super worried about all that. So let's get it opened up, see what it looks like, pull out all the pieces. So it looks like we got what, 5 pieces here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's take a look at the hardware, see what's inside. I'm getting old or fat, one of the two. Let me get this opened up. Washers, bolts, that's about it. Looks like it comes with a decent set of instructions. So let's get started, I guess. What's up, guys? Future Joe here from later in the video. Wanted to make a quick note, quick comment, I guess you'd say, and answer the question, does everyone need to put a new skid plate on their Talon, side-by-side, whatever machine that they have? The answer on that is a hard no. Not everyone needs to put a skid plate on the bottom of their rigs. So just wanted to be upfront about that and kind of comment on that early. If you ride trails all the time, if all you're doing is dunes, sometimes it'll be helpful in dunes, but you know, if you're family cruising, if you're hunting with your rig, that kind of stuff, more than likely you don't need a new skid plate. If you're rock crawling, rock climbing, hitting hills, rocky trails, that kind of stuff often,
then it's a good idea to get a skid plate. I think of like some of the trails out in Hatfield, McCoy, like Tennessee, you know, that kind of area that are rough and rocky and everything else, and you're banging the bottom of your rig often. Good idea to get a skid plate. Moab, good idea to get a skid plate. Sand Hollow, good idea to get a skid plate. Other than that, no. The answer is no, hard no. You don't, not everyone needs a skid plate. Anyway, back to the video. All right, the front panel is out. I want to get this out and see how it compares to the other one. So this is the front panel. Pretty self-explanatory. Remove all the bolts. She'll pop out. Interesting, there's overspray on the skid plate for some reason. Super thin, super chintzy, man. Like, that ain't gonna do you good on a lot of stuff. That's gonna be easy to break. So, front panel on this one, I'm assuming is this piece over here. Yeah, because it goes up to the front. So, obviously there's more to this one, but it is a ton heavier than that one that came on the Talon. So, yeah, big difference between the two. Show you guys what it looks like under here for those that are curious what the underside of a Talon looks like without a skid plate. Looks about like that. Coolant hoses. You know, if you're thinking of running accessories, this would be a great time to run some accessories. What about my drive lane? Looks like, seems pretty normal, I guess you'd say. Interesting, but yeah, that's your underside of the Talon. We'll see if we can get a better angle for pulling these last two pieces off. Honestly, pulling your skid plates off, guys, it's pretty self-explanatory. Undo the bolts, wear some safety glasses or goggles or whatever else, so you don't get dirt in your eye holes. And other than that, you're good. Just pull the bolts. They'll all fall down. Check it out. So this, I mean, hit a rock, almost ripped that bolt out. So definitely excited to get a little more bulk going on there, something a little thicker than this chintzy crap. So yeah, let's get back at it. We ain't got all day. Alright, I'm upside down. Skids are fully removed. So if I was Garrett, I would get the SC1 out, get the polish out, wipe everything down, make sure she looks brand new, none of these water spots and stuff like that. But I'm not Garrett. Ain't nobody got time for that. So, now they're removed, let's I guess look at the front. One thing I want to clarify real quick as I get out from under here. I said skid plate was chintzy and sucked, yada yada yada. That's not just a Honda thing. The majority, maybe not the majority, most skid plates, stock ones, suck. They're not good enough for rock crawling. They're good enough for light trail riding in the mountains, that kind of stuff. Not rock crawling, not hitting trails hard, not, you know, jamming a rock on the bottom of your skid plate, whatever. Let me show you what I mean. Here is the rear skid plate, and this is the one I'm most worried about. Garrett and Dave, when I'm like, hey guys, I need to pick up a skid plate for the Talon. They're like, dude, you don't need a skid plate. You'll be fine. Okay, this is the rear skid plate for the engine. I already showed you this, but I mean, it basically broke through. It broke all the way through right there. And right underneath that is some pretty vital components here with the diff and the drive shaft to it and all that kind of stuff. So I'm not about to lose any of that without a skid plate. So highly recommend getting a skid plate, whatever it is, whether it's this triple S1 or whatever, if you're going to be doing rock crawling. So now let's get to putting her on. Exciting times, guys. Okay, one thing that I forgot, I'm getting the impact for this. Hopefully I don't break anything. We'll see. If I do, maybe I'll regret it and have to tap stuff and all that kind of crap. But all these bolts for the version that I got the version with the skids that wrap up around the side. So you have to remove all of this hardware underneath it so you can reuse those holes. You're still leaving the plastic sides. The skid's gonna go over the top of it, but you have to remove all that for the skids to use those holes. So I'm gonna do that real quick. All right, so everything is pulled down. I got all those bolts out from the side. There were a couple that, because I used the impact wrench, or maybe not because I used the impact, got stripped out thread so it wouldn't come undone. So I had to use a screwdriver, pry it out, screw it out, came out eventually. The other ones all came out okay. There was, again, some of the bolts were scrubbed up because of getting dragged on rocks and stuff like that. So hopefully the new plate provides a little more protection for that kind of stuff. Whew. I'm old, fat, 40, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, time to start reassembly, it looks like. Let's do this. All right, one more note from Future Joe here. Is this install difficult? No. Is it time consuming, a little tedious? Yeah, it won't take you forever, but it's not the funnest job, but it's not difficult by any means. So if you're thinking about doing it, you're worried about the work that's involved, it's not hard. It just might take you a while. All right, back to the video. We've made some progress here. Let me show you what we've done. Camera cut out during the time lapse to be getting the stuff on the bottom, but long story short, we're all on the bottom. So all tightened up and everything else. Now I got to do the rockers because, like I said, this skid plate does have coverage for your rockers, which was important to me. Would have liked to have this, just not another $600 or $700 like to have this. This skid plate was, I think, $600 or $700. I'll link it in the description below so you can see. But I think it's around, well, I think it's around $700 or $800, somewhere around there. I looked into the trail armor one. I just couldn't justify the extra, I don't know, $800 or $900 for that skid plate. So we'll be a little exposed there, but everywhere else will be a-okay. So, but yeah. Each one of these bolts is just set. It's not tightened or anything else. And then one thing in the instructions, it says only on the passenger side where the gas tank is, you'll have to use a couple lock washers and bolts, but actually it's that way on both sides. So I'm gonna get going on the other side. got back, had to take a little bit of a break, so I'm pretty much done. I've got these last two back here on each side, but real quick pointer before I get to those, or tip, or whatever you want to call it. I kind of just I couldn't get these bolts to sit real well or seat real well, so I really basically just took the impact driver and sent it on 3 of them. Now I gotta get these other 2 figured out because they're not quite going in very well. So the button head ones I have aren't working. I'm gonna take some hex heads, put some hex heads in and see how that works. So just about done with this part, and then we get to what are we gonna do next? Oh, we get to drill and tap, or drill and use self-tappers for the last few bolts to get the front plate on, and then to tie the tail in. So let's finish up here. Okay guys, that's it for the skid plate install. Before I say goodbye here, let me show you real quick what it looks like. So we're all ready to rip, protected all the way down, nothing to get caught on like on the other, on the one from the Talon. So I'm excited to put it to the test. So speaking of putting it to the test, a couple things. So we are working on getting these offered on our website. They're not offered there yet. However, we want to be able to do a little bit of a review on them before we get them on the website. So I'm going to get all the dealer application and all that kind of stuff in to be able to offer them. Hopefully what we get approved, we're able to offer them to you guys. In the meantime, we're going to put it to the test. And once we are able to offer them, then we'll kind of give our final thoughts, our review. That video will probably be pretty short on this particular skid plate. Just because, you know, we're just going to review real quick what it is. We're not going to do any install or anything else. So when it's on the website, we'll do a short review on it as well. For now, we'll link it in the description below to SSS so you can see pricing and availability, all that kind of stuff. With that in mind, we are getting ready for Sand Hollow. We're gonna go to UTV Takeover, which is October 20th, 19th through the 23rd, something like that. Anyway, we will be there, so we're doing a couple more things for the Talon. Those are coming in the near future, doing a couple things for the KRX and for the Pro XP. So look for more content on those coming soon. In the meantime, if you need parts, accessories, anything, check the links below. So we have an affiliate setup, I guess you'd say, with Rocky Mountain ATVMC. So if you need anything for your side-by-side, you can go to Rocky Mountain to get it there. We also offer plenty of parts and accessories on our website that have been tested and approved kind of by us. So check those out as well. The links will be below in the description. That's it, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, ride safe, pack out what you pack in, and we'll see you on the next one.